Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we made our way through all of Fall Arbor Town, heading west to Route 114, I believe it is, and then going inside of the Meteor Falls, and catching ourselves a Solrock, which was really cool to end off the episode. And in this episode, we are going to be exploring Route 115 right here, to the best of our abilities, of course, because we can't actually do the rest of it until we surf. I know that Black Belt's right there. He's actually one of my favorite fights in the game, simply because of his name, and I've already prepared for him by putting up the Pokemon that I want to fight him with up front, so I say we start this episode by facing off against probably the boss of this episode. I'm joking, of course, because we have to fight Maxi, which is scary, but this guy's pretty cool. He says his strongest skill is busting bricks with his forehead. Now, if that doesn't scream hello, ladies, I don't really know what does. It's Black Belt Knob, of course, and he's got a Machop. It's no big deal. Busan can Psychic that down one shot. See you later, Machop. But I told this story several times, but I almost named my pug Black Belt Knob. I wanted to. Probably would have happened, but my mom was like completely forbidding that one. She said that's extremely weird. I had a great idea. I was like, name it Black Belt Knob. It's a Pokemon reference, and then get like a black belt and wrap it around its stomach, and then it'd have like a black belt all day. And be like, Black Belt Knob's gonna mess you up. I thought it was the coolest name ever. If you guys are getting a dog, name it Black Belt Knob for me. Well, I mean, if you can. I mean, it'd be a great name. And you just call it Knob and Nobby. And somebody asks their name and then say, stand to attention, Black Belt Knob, and it's just like, they think you're the weirdest person in the world, but it's like, if you did that, you probably are. You know, I mean, I'm one of those people, but, you know, you have to be able to go through with it. I would have, but Sock and Throw are better. And I was going to do it if we had one dog. I didn't want to have Black Belt Knob and then Throw or Bob or something. Just, if we only got one, it would have been Black Belt Knob, I think. I probably would have been able to squeeze that one. Anyways, we took him down, and we've got a trainer down here to fight as well, who happens to have a Meteorite, if I recall, which I guess Busan can fight. Actually, I'm going to do it with Gobble, just because Gobble and Aster are almost both level 27, and if they are, then I can set them aside for a little bit. I almost didn't come down here and fight these trainers this episode, because I was afraid of the level limit, but thinking about the trainers that I do have to fight, I don't think the level limit's going to be a problem. I think I'm probably still going to have to train, as weird as that sounds. Maybe just a level or two. There might be a pair that's already at the limit as well, but after I take out all the gym trainers, I don't think everybody's going to be level 29, so it puts us at a great spot, honestly. And it'll be even more of not pushing the level limit if something happens this episode, because we do have to fight Maxi from Team Magma. And I'm concerned about that greatly. I'm worried because I don't think Busan can fight his Golbat. He might have a Zubat at this point, but I don't remember enough to go off on that alone. And he has Mightyena as well. So I don't really feel comfortable leading with Busan, even though I know Camerup's at the back, because Wing Attack from Golbat or Mightyena's just pretty strong, probably overpower him. You know, it's just, I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably plan it out. But yeah, Busan and Finny, obviously, who I'm going to use because they have Camerupt, then we need the water type to take Camerupt down. There's no other pair on the team that would really make sense to lead with other than Queen Finny and Busan. But that's alright. I just want to get Gobble and Aster to level 27. That way I don't really have to use them that much this episode. Even though I probably will, because we're going to fight Team Magma and there's going to be fire types. And I don't really want to use Basil and Farley. And I wouldn't want to use Queen Finny and Busan since I'm planning on using them for the gym, if that makes sense. Either way, this girl has a Spoink, which is a really cool Pokemon. By getting a Machop in the Fiery Path, we're guaranteed a Spoink in the Jagged Pass, which is actually really cool. So we might be able to use a Grumpig this series, which I think would be awesome. I think that'd be such a unique Pokemon to use in Hoenn. It's one of those Pokemon that you can only catch in one area, being the Jagged Pass. And you know, you're most likely not going to get one from there, but we're going to, which is really cool. And by doing that, it guarantees us the chance to be able to use a Grumpig, which is a pretty good Psychic type. We don't have any access to any other Psychic types that I can think of other than Abra. Meteorite's not in this game. I can't really think any other Psychic type Pokemon that is readily available. Obviously, we missed our chance at getting Ralts, so it's probably like the only Psychic type we're gonna be able to get. Maybe Girafarig in the Safari Zone, but I'm not really hoping for that. That'd be unfortunate, if you ask me. Either way, this guy's got a Zangoose, which is actually pretty strong. Makes me wonder if he has Zangoose and Seviper. We're much higher level than all these Pokemon trainers, so it's not really a threat in any way, but I guess it'll get Farley to 27 in the process, and maybe even Basil if he doesn't have a Seviper. And Farley wants to learn Swagger. Like I said, I didn't want to use Swagger from the move tutor because, you know, we'd like to be as swiggity swag as Swaggy C, but it's not really worth it. It's a big risk, unless you know you're using it on a special attacker, but since the physical special split hasn't happened, it's kind of hard to predict what moves are going to be physical and what are going to be special. I know what are going to be physical and special, but you don't know what Pokemon is going to be packing what type of move, if that makes sense. Anything can carry a physical move, so I'm not going to keep Swagger. I'm going to get rid of it, not teach it. I just don't think it's worthwhile. I'd rather have Howl, even though it could help us at some point. But yeah, he does have a Seviper, so I am going to stay in with Farley. Seviper has a Poison type move at this point, I think. I'm pretty sure it has Poison Fang. The weaker one. Poison Tail, Poison Fang, I forget. I think Poison Tail is 70 power and Fang is like 50. So it's either that or the other way around. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've used the Seviper. I'd like to have gotten one this playthrough, but they're so rare, it's unlikely, and there's only one area we can get it. Actually, that's not true. We can get it where you get Shuppet, I think. Either that or a trainer has one down there, but I'm pretty certain that you can get one where there's Shuppet. Right outside Mount Pyre and Lily Cove City. If that's the case, we might end up getting a Seviper at some point, which would actually be really interesting. Yeah, I'd rather have one than Shuppet because I can get Shuppet in Mount Pyre. Duskull too, but... Or Chimecho. I don't know. You never know. Chimecho's like the most Far Cry encounter that I could ever ask for. But who knows? There's another Psychic type, right? Hey, it all comes together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spray Repel, and I'll meet you guys back in Fall Arbor Town. Actually, I'll meet you guys back at the front of the Fiery Path. All right, guys, before we actually go to the Fiery Path, I thought we could go ahead and check out our Solrock Cosmos that we got in the last episode, because we didn't check that out yet. We didn't check Altair out either. Yeah, we did. Natural Cure, that's right. And we have Cosmos, which ended up being a female Solrock because of the coin that I flipped. And let's go ahead and check her out. She has Levitate, of course, with a Bold Nature. All right. Bold Nature lowers attack, which is unfortunate because that's like the only thing that Solrock has going for it. Lunatone's the special attacker, Solrock's the physical attacker, and well, we have a lowered rock type attack for life. Okay. Hey, it's a cool Pokemon. Maybe we'll get to use it one day. Who knows? Alright guys, here we are back on Route 112, and now that we have done everything that we can at Meteor Falls, the Team Magma Grunts here blocking Mount Chimney's entrance is now unblocked. Did I say Jagged Pass? It is the Jagged Pass, right? Yeah. Can you not get anything on Mount Chimney, or am I just losing my mind? I think I don't know. I forget. If I called it Jagged Pass and it's not, I apologize. I'm pretty certain it is, though. Can you not get any Pokemon on Mount Chimney? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we can finally take the cable car on up. The beautiful ride. I love this. I always thought this was so cool as a kid. I think it's awesome. I like how your character's kind of bobbing up and down and stuff. I think it's sweet. I forget what it looks like in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but it was probably okay. I mean, those games weren't the best, unfortunately. Anyways, we are now at the top of Mount Chimney, and we can buy some really cool full heal things from a girl here after we beat this place. But until then, Jagged Pass is blocked off. Yeah, Jagged Path. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Jagged Path. My bad. Path and pass are totally not the same thing. I mean, yeah, they kind of are, unless you look at pass as like, go deep. No, anyways, we have the Mount Chimney to explore, which there's not too much to explore. All these guys are battling. The only fights we can have are there's a couple over here. We got a double battle right here, and I know I said I'm gonna do double battles always. No, not in this situation. Let's just think about this one. Team Magma, fire. Finny would do well. Busan would be roasted. Let's not do a double battle. Even though I know that the Team Magma, stands for fire, but they don't actually normally have fire types, as weird as that sounds. The biggest extent of a fire type you're going to see from these guys is going to be a Numel, and that's what we happen to see here. It would have been fine to lead with Busan because Numel wouldn't have outsped Finny, I don't think, and it would go down to one shot. So there's no real big issue here. I don't think either one of the double battles would... Oh, this double battle's the only one would have two fire types on the field at the same time, meaning Busan would have been pretty safe, but You know, there's no reason to risk anything like that. That's just ridiculous. Anyways, let's see. Maybe this guy does have a fire type. Who knows? We of Team Magma are working hard for everyone's sake. Like, if that thing's power made more land, there'd be more places to live. Sure, for you, but not for the ocean creatures. Like, think about it. I guess I like Team Magma and Team Aqua's story. I really do. I think this is a great concept for evil teams. One that wants to create more land mass, and one that wants to create more ocean. They both have their uses, and both are good, even though the ocean is much, much worse for us as people. But they both have their things that they want to accomplish, and they're not horribly bad in their lenses, if that makes sense. And I love the outcome where they do understand that what they were trying to do is wrong at the end. It's a great storyline, honestly. They're not outright evil. Maxi and Archie aren't necessarily horrible people. They just wanted to do better but didn't realize what they were doing was actually pretty horrible, if that makes sense. I mean, it does, but I get it. You know, not a lot of people pay attention to the story, especially in a Pokemon game, especially one this old. Like, if you hadn't... Oh, I forgot this was Tabitha. I didn't heal. Ooh, Tabitha scare me so. No, his Pokemon are level 18. Yeah, this is Team Magma admin Tabitha. He got fat in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's okay, I can say that because I'm fat too. It's all right. Whatever. He's not a joke. Well, he's a joke. He's not a problem. All he has is like Nummo, Poochyena, Zubat. I don't know. He's a joke. He might have a camera up actually, if I recall correctly. I don't think he does though. But if he does, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just realizing an error in my leading with Finny strategy here. Finny might hit level 30 in the Maxi fight. I don't think so, but I'm going to try and do the next Pokemon with Busan if I can. If it's like a Zubat, I'll give it a whirl. Just to save a little bit of XP. And I might give Basil the experience share just to cut back a little bit here. Yeah, it is a Zubat. I'm going to go ahead and do it with Busan. No, I'm not. That's just completely stupid. I would probably outspeed and I would probably take it out in one shot. But I'm not going to risk it. I'd rather just go ahead and give the experience share to, yeah, it does have wing attack, so I would rather just give the experience share to Basil after this. I gotta drill that in my head. Experience share to Basil, that way everybody's experience gets cut and nobody's going to hit the level limit, or past the level limit, I should say. Finny's going to hit it for sure. Just a numble. I thought so. I mean, camera up would have been alright if it was like a really low-level camera up, but we don't need any hackers in here. Maxi's already hacking the game by using a camera up at like level, what, 25? 24? It might be 24, I don't remember. It's been a long time. I know you've been hit with sand, Finny. Whoa. Magnitude 9? That scared me. Okay, I'm actually scared now. Okay, that was a crit. Hit. Thank you so much. Oh, God. If that, like, did it again and crit me again, it could have killed me. I was in potential death range, even though it was extremely unlikely. Okay, Tabitha, you put up a fight. All because Finny's Busan. I was going to say Finny's partner. Finny's Busan is weak to fire, so I couldn't be just, like, sending him out there now. Anyways, I'm going to heal just because I don't want to go back to Pokemon Center, and we can't use items in battle, so it doesn't really matter. And experience share to Basil. Because Basil doesn't have an item, or Basil does, but it's not anything important. Yeah, it's just an Oranberry. Well, I can use that at some point, so... Alright, let's go ahead and give experience share to Basil. Just because Basil's the hardest to fight with because all the fire types coming up, and Busan, you know, it's just better. Until we get Leaf Blade and Basil, he's gonna be kind of a problem. Regardless, yeah, Finny's up front. Finny's ready to go. I don't see any reason why I don't just jump into this. Is there anything that I can do to prepare a little bit? I don't really think so. The Quick Claw could help a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna give... Yeah, I've got an idea. What do you hold? Miracle Seed, that's fine. Nothing matters in this fight for you, because if you have to come out, you're dead anyways. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and give Finny a Persim Berry. Yeah, I do have Persim Berries. Great! This is because I know Mightyena likes to use Swagger, and Zubat likes to use Confuse Ray, so... That's just going to help a lot. All right, I say we go for it. There's not much I can do other than talk to Maxi and get this fight underway. I can't believe we're here already. I forgot how quick it was to get to Maxi. Can I check out your meteorite? I couldn't just take it and, like, walk away. I mean, he'd probably push me into the volcano. I mean, like I said, they're not bad people. Maxi wouldn't kill a little child. You wouldn't kill a 10-year-old Maxi, would you? Would you? No, you wouldn't. I hope not. Anyways, let's just talk to him. The power contained in the meteorite. By amplifying its power with this machine, Mount Chimney's volcanic activity will instantly intensify. I try so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Its energy will go deep inside the crater and... who are you? I'd heard Archie bemoaning a child who's been meddling in Team Aqua's affairs. It must be you he meant. Ha! So you're thinking of interfering with us, Team Magma? Now you listen, and you listen good. Long ago, living things used the land to live and grow. That is why land is all important. It is the cradle of all. That is why... Cradle of all idiocy. That is why Team Magma is dedicated to the expansion of the landmass. It is for further advancement of humankind and Pokémon. And for that, we need the power of what sleeps within this mountain. Oh, there was no need for you to learn that much. But no matter, I'll teach you the consequences of meddling in our grand design. Time for the first fight against Team Magma Maxi from Team Magma on Mount Chimney. Let's do this. And first up is Mightyena. I thought it might be. Level 24, Dark type. Let's go, Queen Finny. Alright, we are going to be intimidated, which is unfortunate, but if it does go for Swagger, we're going to be in a great standing, because it's going to raise our attack, which actually I just realized we don't have any physical attacks, except for Rollout, which we're not going to use! Let's think about this one. Ice Beam's stronger. I know it won't do as much as Bubble Beam, but it could freeze it. Alright, I'm going to go for Ice Beam, just for turn 1, and then I'll go for Bubble Beam afterwards, because it'll do more damage. Alright, let's hit it with Ice Beam. Ooh, sand attack, you jerk. I might have to pull big plays here. I don't want that sand for the rest of the fight, obviously, because that's going to end up causing big issues. But I don't want to can that citrus berry. This is actually a threatening fight. This isn't just a big joke or anything. I could definitely lose Queen Finny and Busan here. That's not an understatement. That's definitely something that can happen. I gotta keep in mind, Busan does have Morning Sun. I wish I gave him a Person Berry as well. I didn't even think about that. What was I thinking? I'm gonna go for Bubble Beam. I want to try and lower its speed. I know the sand is gonna be an issue, but I can always switch into Busan until that camera up is to come out. But I don't want to do it until I know Busan can finish Mightyena off. This could be a switch fest. What if he sends out camera up when Busan comes out? Oh god, this isn't going well. Bubble Beam's low on power points? Are you serious? Not that low, but still. I'm gonna go for Ice Beam again. Alright, it's going for Bite. And I hit with Ice Beam, which is great. Because I think Busan can oh yeah! Finny! Nice work! Freezing Mightyena! And I think that's the best chance for me to switch into Busan. I know it can thaw immediately, and we are on a volcano, which has nothing to do with it, but it's ironic. It's still frozen solid. This is great work for Finny and Busan. All right. I believe Mega Drain will deal more damage than Gust in every situation. Hit it with Mega Drain, Busan. Don't unfreeze. It defrosted. And it went for Bite. That's fine, as long as it didn't go for Swagger. Oh god, that did a lot. Oh, he heals. This is rough. I mean, this is a bad spot for him to heal. But... and I know Bite's doing a lot of damage, but we can consistently maintain our health, I think. This is a really rough situation to be in here. I'm gonna go for Mega Drain again. We're faster than Mightyena, which is great to see. I need to pay careful attention because we might be speed side. I wasn't really paying attention on that one. All right, it didn't crit me. And I don't think a crit will kill me from this stage, especially not after healing. So I think Busan can safely take Mightyena out of the game, and there's not gonna be any issues here. Unless he heals again. If we're speed tied, we're in trouble. All right, we took Mightyena out with Busan. That's great. It leaves Queen Finny at a better health point than she would have been at for the remainder of the fight had she done the whole thing. If I knew he led with Mightyena, I would have led with Busan, but I didn't know that, and I didn't want to risk that. All right, he is going to send in camera up next, which is insane. All right, that's where Finny comes in. Get back, Busan. It's time for your queen and our queen to come on out. Let's do this, Queen Finny. All right, his ace is camera up. Fire ground type, going to be level 25. Hit this thing with a Bubble Beam and erase it immediately, Finny. Oh, but it might not be enough. I know that sounds ridiculous. And it wasn't. And it goes for Tackle. Thank you, God. Could have went for Magnitude, and that would have been horrible. Whew, and he's going to waste his final healing item. And it doesn't heal enough, so we'll be able to take it out this turn. All right, we scraped by Maxi, no problems at all. because I believe his final Pokemon is a Zubat. It's not a Golbat at this point in the game, which is good to see. Well, good to know. I mean, we don't know it yet, but we're about to find out. Well, you guys know it's on the sidebar. It is a Zubat. All right, cool. All right, Finny, stay in command, and we'll be able to freeze this thing, jolt its wings with some ice, make it come to the ground, and finish Maxi off. That was it was a sketchy fight, but I think I handled it really well. Switching to Busan is what we needed, because if we didn't do that, and Finny ended up taking out Mightyena with lowered accuracy, I could have missed against Camerupt more than once, and that could have been enough to seal our fate. I couldn't have risked that, so I definitely knew what I had to do. And luckily, it all turned out all right. And that's it for Maxi. All right, whew. Gotta fight him 2 more times this playthrough, I think. But enough, I will take back off this time. But don't think that this is the last you've seen of Team Magma. Oh, it's not. I just said we're gonna fight you guys like 2 more times. And then here comes Archie, who will only fight once, I think. And he's like, Bianca, thank you! With your help, we thwarted Team Magma's destructive plan. But you, whose side are you on? Well, considering I fight you once and them 3 times, I guess I'm on Team Aqua's side, right? I don't really care. Let's take the meteorite, because it doesn't belong here. For some reason, they're gonna like, I'm storming off, you can have the meteorite. It's gonna stay in there, just take it. Yeah, sure. We're done here. If we come back here at a later point, trainers will be up here. I think if I leave right now, trainers will come up here. Maybe not until after Flannery. Regardless, I'm not gonna fight them until after Flannery, because, like I said, the level limit's kind of an issue. This girl sells lava cookies, which are the full heal things that I said, 300 to fully heal. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the the cable car back down. I'm gonna go back to Fall Arbor Town and deliver the meteorite to Professor Cosmo before we actually proceed onwards down the Jagged Path. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this last lava cookie. I'll see you guys back in Fall Arbor Town. Alright, here we are in Professor Cosmo's house. He is now home, and his wife's like, he's so depressed, I feel so bad for him. Well, I'm about to turn that frown upside down. He's so sad that he gave him the meteorite, and he needs it so bad. And he's like, oh, that item, could it be the meteorite? Can I have it? And he'll give me a TM, which is actually TM27 Return, which is one of the best moves in the entire game for any physical attacker, or really any physical attacking normal type. But I don't want to teach it to anybody just yet. Gobble I could teach it to Gobble and he could be a force. But if Gobble dies, I'm out of return until Pacifidlog Town. And then I only can have 1, I think. So I only get 2 TMs. It's a renewable TM, but I'm only allowed to get 2, I think. If I can get more than that, I'm allowing it, but that's all I think I can get, unfortunately. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way back to the Jagged Path, and I'll see you guys when I'm back there. Alright guys, we are back on Mount Chimney, heading into the Jagged Path here in a second. I'm just gonna check, are the trainers up here? No, they don't come here until after you beat Flannery, I think. It might be after you beat Norman, I have no idea, but I'll check after Flannery, I guess, because we'll need to do a little bit after her before we go straight to Norman. Anyways, off screen, on the way back, I guess you could say, I went and got the blue flute. Which, just because I had enough ashes, awake and sleeping Pokemon, I'm even not ever allowed to use it because you have to use it in battle, and I'm not allowed to use items in battle, so we don't get to use the blue flute, unfortunately, but hey, it's there, regardless, and I don't know, I could have saved my ashes, I don't care. Who's up front? I have no idea. Gobble. This looks like an ice, well, not ice type trainer, this looks like a rock type trainer. I'm gonna put Aster up front. Okay, we'll go ahead and fight this guy, I suppose, and then we'll get our encounter here in the Jagged... Well, this guy said the Jagged Pass! Now, which is it? The Jagged Pass or the Jagged Path? I'm done. The sign said Jagged Path. I said Jagged Pass, and Hiker Rick... Wait, Hiker Eric. Wait, can you spell Rick with Eric? No, but you know what I mean. Hiker Eric says... What did he say? Pass! So I deem this place Jagged Pass. If I open my menu and it says Jagged Path, I'm done. The game can't even determine what the place is called, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it Pathway. Pathway to Lavaridge, eh? Hey, Basil hit level 27. We're getting somewhere, guys. Hey, a ball toy. That's cool. We could end up getting a ball toy next episode. Not next episode, the episode after that. Whenever we go to the desert, I don't know. Probably after Flannery. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. I don't want a ball toy, though. I want a Cacnea. Desperately. I really want a Cacnea. That's all I ever wanted in this playthrough was a Cacnea. And a Whismur, but I was guaranteed a Whismur, so it's not even like it was something I was hoping for. It's just like something that happened. Hey, Aster's on our team, so, you know, say hi to Loudred, everybody. 3, 2. No, I'm not gonna do it, I promise. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves an encounter. What is this? The Jagged Pass. I was right in the first place. Everybody made me feel like I wasn't, and it made me feel like a bad person, and I didn't even do anything wrong. No, all right, let's do this. All right, my encounter can only be a spoink, I believe, so I didn't check. If I find something other than a spoink first, I'll let you guys know. But my encounter for the Jagged Pass is... Hey, there it is. It's a spoink. All right, we got a male spoink. That took a lot longer than you would like to think. I didn't know they were that rare. But yeah, our encounter for the Jagged Pass or Path, whatever your preference may be, is a spoink. All right, I'm not going to try and weaken it. I'm just going to throw a great ball at it because it's pretty great. I like spoink. I think it's pretty cool. And it doesn't want to get in the ball, apparently. That's really unfortunate. Psybeam. Oh, wow, it's strong right off the bat. Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to have to weaken it. I don't want to weaken it. I'm gonna end up killing it. Uh-oh. No, I didn't know. I should have led with Farley. I don't want to not catch this thing. It's too cool. It's too cool. I'll kill it in one shot with anything that I've got. I know they've got a ton of special defense, but I'm not gonna risk it. Let's hope for the best. I'm scared. Ah. Don't use it. All right, psych up. That's okay. Okay. Let's try a repeat ball. This is unfortunate. It's got a move that's so strong that it might not be able to be caught. Who has better special defense, Aster or Gobble? Why did I lead with these two going for a psychic type? I don't understand. Gobble has a little bit better. Let's just chuck Pokeballs at it. Yeah, there we go. All right, it only took one more Pokeball, so that's not that bad. And we got Spoink, and it was registered to the Pokedex. Spoink is the Bounce Pokemon, a Pokemon that manipulates psychic power at will. It doesn't stop bouncing even when it is asleep. It loves eating mushrooms that grow underground. I did not know that. Oh, is that like a reference to truffles that pigs find? I think it might be. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check my list, which is anything but main characters from the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy, and find a name for this Spoink, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys, I've got a name for this one. This one's really fitting. I like it a lot, and it's a nice little reference. But there's also another name on the list that is literally what a Spoink is. It's after a seahorse in Spyro 2 in Aquaria Towers. It's Hoppo. H-O-P-P-O. Literally the best name, right? But I like this other name a lot better, and it is a name that's probably not going to get used, and it's kind of a big deal character in a way. So I'm going to go with this one. It's not as fitting, but you'll know what I mean. It has a spring in it. Regardless, the name that I'm giving this Spoink is after the boss of the Dreamweaver's homeworld in Spyro 1. And the name of that boss and the name that I'm giving this Spoink is Jacques. We have Jacques, or Jack, in the box. We have Jack in the box, the Spoink. The boss's name is Jacques because it's a literal Jack in the box, and Spoink's kind of like the thing that comes out of a Jack in the box. It's a spring-powered boing. Yeah? We have Jacques, the Spoink. I am not French, so I apologize greatly. But yeah, I'm just gonna call him Jack because I can't. But yeah, we have Jack the Spoink. There we go. All right, can't get anything else here, and I think there might be a hidden item on one of those two, but I missed it. Oh well. All right, we can talk to this Team Magma. Oh wait, he fights me, doesn't he? No, I didn't know that. I thought he was just gonna be like, there's something here. That's not great because I didn't heal Aster, but he's got a Poochie in it, so we should be okay, right? Right? Yeah, we should be all right. Let's just strength this thing down. Shouldn't be a problem at all. And whatever else he has, I can probably Ice Beam or Flamethrower if it happens to be weak to one of those, like a Zubat, potentially. Is it a Zubat? It's a Numel. Oh, you scare me so. I'm not gonna stay in just because if I don't knock it out in one shot, Magnitude could actually probably kill me if it got a really high roll. Like Magnitude 10. And since Gobble's at full health, there's really no reason to not let Gobble just come in and wing attack it a couple of times, and we'll take Numel out, no problem. I didn't know this guy's a trainer. I did know he was a trainer after I talked to him. I was like, wait, he's a trainer. Not because of the trainer music, if there was any. I don't think there was, but if there was, I didn't hear it. I can't hear the game audio very well when I record. That's just how it's set up, but I can hear it a little bit. I don't know. Might have been. Well, I'll know in editing, but I don't know right now. But yeah, he's a trainer battle, and he's later on. You have to fight him at some point. When you get the Magma emblem, this is where you come back to come to the Magma hideout. It's only an emerald, but it's a pretty nice little area. I like exploring there. It's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to coming back. I thought he was just going to say, shoo, beat it, kid, but apparently not. He had something else that was more important to say, apparently. All right, Basil and Farley, let's go back to the front. And let's go ahead and fight this Picnicker Gina. No, Picnicker Gina's at the end of this place. There's a Picnicker Gina somewhere. I don't know, at some point, somewhere in this game, but it's not her. Picnicker Diana. Okay, Diana Ross. Why does that name sound familiar? Is that like the Queen of England at one point, or is that like a different last name? My mom's laughing over there. I'm soiling myself. I don't know. I know there's a Princess Diana, but I don't remember what her last name was. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the royal family. I never have. I don't get it. I mean, okay, I get a lot of the people that watch are from in the UK, so I apologize if this is offensive at all. I'm a dumb American, so you can laugh, that's all. But I never got the hoopla of the American, not the American family, jeez, help. The royal family. I never got it. Like, oh boy, there's a big wedding. I get it if there's some girls out there who like want to look at the wedding, because like, oh, I want that one day. But I never understood, why do we care about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? I don't care. They're nobody to me. I don't care about these people. Why do people care? Oh my God, look at the dress that she wore today. Okay. I don't understand. Why? I go outside in a dress, nobody's gonna okay, people probably would talk about it, but that's not the point. If any regular woman wore a dress outside, they're not gonna just sit there, oh, she left the house at 4:03 p.m. today. Gasp. And people have way too much time on their hands. Says the guy playing Pokemon and recording it and talking to himself. I talk to myself all day. That's kind of the thing. So I just play a video game and record it, and hey, it makes videos so other people can laugh. I get it. Some people might be like, oh, why do people care about watching this guy on YouTube? I get it. I don't actually care, but there's people out there that do. I just don't get the appeal. I don't get it. Like this, at least you can. Now I'm comparing the royal family to Pokemon videos. That's not what I'm doing, I promise. Anyways, I'll double battle with these two. Sure. Sure, we'll do a double battle with Basil and Farley. Let's just roll up our big boy sleeves and do it. Hey, what could go wrong? They don't look like they have fire types. Sure, I'll do it. I'll do it! I've already done it! It's happened. It's happened. I don't think this is actually going to be scary. Unless there's like a Numel, which is possible because we're in the Jagged Pass, but even that, we've been through worse with these two. Shroomish and Magnemite. Okay, yep, we had nothing to worry about. Joke! Alright, Farley and Basil, let's do this. Didn't almost say Barley and Faisal, I promise I didn't. I didn't correct myself at all in my head. It's cool. Yeah, Magnemite and Shroomish are absolutely nothing. I don't even know what to do here. I'm just gonna bite Magnemite. Probably does more than Rock Smash, and I just like, yeah, I'll just double team them and then, hey, you know, like, we'll take it out in a couple turns. The only thing that could go wrong here is Shroomish, like, poison powder in me. Flinch the Magnemite for me? Hey, that's pretty good. I promise I didn't mean to do that. I haven't even, like, referenced that for so long. It's just, it's good. It's a nice, it's a spicer. I've always been a big, proud fan of that meme. That's pretty good. Wow, that did a lot more damage than I thought, Basil. Thanks for poisoning yourself, though. You couldn't have touched another one of his many spores. I apologize, Shroomish, to rub up on you like that and get all poisoned, but it's okay. There's nothing it can do to me that would end up killing me before we could take it out. They only have one more Pokemon. If this guy had, like, 6 Pokemon, then yeah, we could probably lose Basil, but we're good. Basil might actually make it to a Sceptile. This is a real thing that could happen. Wait, I actually have to make it past Winona. Never mind. We've got a long way to go. I was thinking, hey, after Norman we'll be good, but no, we have to make it past Winona to get to level 36, I think, so, oh well. I mean, we're not going to be using Basil for Winona or Norman anyway, so let's hope for the best. Oh, yeah, he's poisoned. We might want to cure that. Have a cookie. Here. No, Farley, you don't need a cookie. Stop trying to take your boyfriend's cookie. That's not nice. Okay, we have one more trainer, which I was going to say might be Picnicker Gina. I don't know where that's coming from. I know there's a Picnicker somewhere named Gina, but it's not this guy. This is a guy. If this guy's name is Gina, I'll quit the channel, actually. Not because there's anything wrong with that, just because I know it's not. It's like, you know, it's like saying, oh, hey, I did this. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, his name's Ethan. Hey, Ethan Klein up in the house. We reference iDubbbz and Ethan Klein in 10 seconds. Well, that was like more like a couple minutes, but you know what I'm saying? All right, we can Psychic Zigzagoon. Should take it out in one shot. If Busan doesn't, I'm gonna be disappointed. Very nice work, Busan. Oh, he's so good with Psychic. I love getting to use a Beautifly to good success. Even though his time might come to an end next episode if things go wrong. I like getting to use him to a good success. I think it'd be cool. If I do lose somebody against Flannery, it'll be nothing but a blessing in disguise for Norman. I know I have Ice Beam, I don't know why I use Bubble Beam. But yeah, if I have this team for Norman, we're gonna have a massacre. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be pretty bad. I can't think of anything that I could do. I mean, I could teach Dig. Actually, yeah, I probably will. I could teach Dig. That's probably what I'll do. I know Maryland didn't, because I think he didn't want to, like, cheese it, but this is a no healing challenge. I mean, his was too, but I'm gonna use Dig. I'm gonna use what I can to the best of my abilities. I don't know if he didn't do it because he didn't want to cheese it, or if he didn't do it because he thought his other strategy was enough and he wanted to save it. I don't know, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'll teach Dig for Norman if I have to. I'll teach it to, like, Farley, and then I think it's an auto win for the most part. I know he has Spinda and stuff, but is this guy a trainer? No, he's not. I'm glad he's not, because I have Busan up front. Anyways, we are finally in Lavaridge Town, which is pretty sweet. That means in the next episode, we are going to be taking on the 4th gym leader of the game versus Flannery, the fire-type gym leader. And while we may have a good pair for her, anything can go wrong, and I expect it to. I'm pretty worried, honestly, but I think we can take her down. I really hope so. All right, let's go ahead and check out our Spoink Jock before we end off the episode. Jock is a male, yeah, so he stays here. And he has Thick Fat. I didn't know they could have Thick Fat. What's their other ability? Is that it? I don't know, it doesn't matter. And a Quiet Nature, which I think raises special attack. I don't remember. It might, which is pretty cool. I feel like it does. Yeah, raises special attack and lowers speed. I remember that because I had a certain Pokemon last series that had Quiet Nature. Yeah, which I guess that's pretty good for a Spoink. All right. We're looking good. We got a nice array of Pokemon in the PC. I'm loving this series so far. I think it's going really, really well. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying it too, and if you are, definitely let me know down below. I'll get the egg in the next episode. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Pokemon Emerald, feel free to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode when we take on the 4th gym leader of the game. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching!